champions. The Cricket Celebration Bowl is celebrating 10 years of crowning an HBCU national champion. A champion will rise at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on December 13th as the MEAC and SWAC champions clash in Atlanta. Join us for championship football, interactive fan experiences, and iconic marching bands. It's an HBCU family reunion that you don't want to miss. See who will be crowned the next HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear an HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU.
With over 25 years of serving our communities, Destiny Financial Services, a division of Global Life, is here to help you and your family through difficult times. From cancer care to accidental industries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life, but you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call DFS at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at www.globelifeinsurance.com. That is 877-300-8269, or again, the website at www.globelifeinsurance.com.
ESPN Events presents Red Lobster Band of the Year, a title reserved for elite HBCU marching bands. A season-long competition that culminates in Atlanta on Friday, December 12th. Drum majors, percussion, drill, auxiliaries, musicality. All aspects will be examined by the toughest judges in the world of college bands. 4 will qualify for the big stage, where national champions will be crowned. Follow us on social media for rankings updates throughout the season. And join us in Atlanta on December 12th. For event and ticket information, visit bandoftheyear.com.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear an HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU.
football fans. The Cricket Celebration Bowl is celebrating 10 years of crowning an HBCU national champion. A champion will rise at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on December 13th as the MEAC and SWAC champions clash in Atlanta. Join us for championship football, interactive fan experiences, and iconic marching bands. It's an HBCU family reunion that you don't want to miss. See who will be crowned the next HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, knucklehead and knuckleheadettes? How the hell are y'all today? It is the 10th of December, 2025. Well, I got you. I don't know what's going on, I'm lagging again. So today is Wednesday, and it's always some drama. But luckily, the contents of the show, Mo is here. Hopefully he'll take his job a little bit more seriously than he did last week when he let things go way off the hook, because he's supposed to be the wise one. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to keep everybody in check. But lately, he's been on some Doge shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he worked for Elon Musk. I think he's trying to get everybody up out of here. So I don't know what's really going on with him. So I'm gonna bring him on in a minute, but right now I ain't gonna let him defend himself. Let's see, my monologue, because I got quite a few things on my mind. Y'all been in my inbox. If I'm being honest, I don't care about 50 Cent. I don't care about Puffy. I don't care about none of them. And it's sad because I want to care, but it seems like we care more about how bad we are compared to them versus how bad we are, period. There is no them to compare to. A person that ain't shit ain't shit. Now, for those of y'all that know me, y'all know I'm not biblical. None of that stuff. And I don't believe all sins are created equal. You can't tell me that having sex with my neighbor or anybody I want to that's of legal age is the same as murder, is the same as raping kids. So all sins are created equal. To me, that's just the dumbest shit going. They're not. There's levels to this. That's why even in law they have misdemeanors and felonies. They're not all created the same. But it's like when we find somebody who does something heinous, we want to try to compare it to somebody else who got off. And I don't understand, because our comparisons, we're comparing apples to fucking cars. Oh, Hugh Hefner did this, so-and-so did this. What does that got to do with us? What does that got to do with us? And when you make the dumbass statement about how they all stick together, when you name these white people, when you name them, tell me who brought them down. Because I'm waiting for y'all to tell me somebody black brought them down. Because nobody black brought them down. Somebody white brought them down. So the whole they stick together thing is asinine. And if you follow the metrics, look at Roman Polanski. Look at Woody, whatever the dude's name is. He was a great actor once upon a time and a great writer. But when he ended up marrying his adopted child, the white folk cut him off. Just like that. Matt Lauer, when he did that shit, and he was the face of white America on Good Morning America, the white folk cut him off. He left the country. So but when somebody black do something, the first thing we're gonna do is compare it to somebody else and try to make them out to be the same. I think Elvis was a pervert. But guess what Elvis did with his little girl that he got with? He married her. Like it or not, yes, she was young, and they can debate about when they started having sex, but he married her. You ain't heard nothing else about him other than he liked little girls. But guess what? When y'all keep talking about going back to the past, if you go back to the past, you'll find out that the elders were marrying little girls. They were of child-rearing age. That was what was going on. So when y'all pick parts of history that y'all want to duplicate, replicate, whatever the shit word is you use, I need for y'all to overstand in. I need for you to get it in. You keep wanting bits and pieces of it, but you don't want to put the work or the energy in to do the research behind what made this happen. How exactly did this work? So if you're going to come for me, I would advise you, don't come for me biblically, because clearly you ain't read the book. And your grandmama them lied to you. They lied to you about the white dude. They lied to you about what their book said. They lied. So don't come at me with the book with the 3 chapters that you read, because I read the 3 anti-chapters. So I know how to compute them. So before we go on to the show, I'm going to leave y'all with this thought. And then against you Christians, just don't come for me, because I'm going to stay with this. If I had a child and I told my wife to sacrifice our child like God did with his son, you would look at me crazy. So don't quote the Bible to me, because I can tell you what the Bible says happened and y'all want to run with it. But when I give you an example, then y'all want to, oh, no, that ain't what it meant. But everybody knows it said he sacrificed his only son. So I don't know how you can interpret that no other way. You got the whole thing with him on the cross, which is physiologically impossible. Ain't no nail gonna hold a human up, because nails ain't that strong. And bone and ligament ain't that strong. His weight would have pulled him off, but that's a whole reality show thing. So I'm gonna bring my 2 people on. Y'all already know Mark ain't gonna behave, so don't have no hope for him. And Mo, I don't know, if Mo got his check, maybe he gonna act right. And if he ain't got the check, then he might act like Mark. So I'm gonna bring Mark on first, so Mo can see what kind of mood we in. So he can either get his referee hat, or he can get his stun gun, or whatever it is he think he gonna need to control Mark. Because I'm gonna behave this show. I can't vouch for Mark. So what's up, Marky Mark?
What up, man? How you doing today?
Yeah, hey man, I'm good, man. Man, I think I'm ready to get into some shit. So I hope Mo is well rested. Cause
I do too, man.
Mark,
y'all here today.
Mark, I'm finna good, because I was gonna drag you down this rabbit hole with me, brother.
I'm finna jump down the rabbit hole with you.
All right, so let me go on and bring Mo in, so he can say he can throw some Hail Marys up and do whatever it is he need to do. I see he got his pen and pad. He's shaking his head, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So welcome to the show, mediator extraordinaire.
Don't put Mo in the middle. This ain't Moni in the middle. I ain't in the middle, man.
Why not, brother?
Get all that, man. You already start to show off. You already pissing people off, talking about Jesus is just like Santa Claus and all that stuff,
Listen, man, I didn't bring Santa into this.
Hey, I did, but it's the same thing. Think about it. Listen, do the comparison. Think about it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna ask you some questions, DVT. I'm gonna put you on the spot, man.
Mo starting some shit, y'all. What's up, Jeffrey Carroll, Tiger for Life? Go ahead. What you got, Mo?
Hold on a second. Let me mute this. I gotta mute this. All right.
That was his conscience calling.
Yeah, no. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to abort that mission, man. I ain't trying to. we gonna abort that mission, man. As soon as I said that, I got a phone call, man. Something
that
wrong.
Was Jesus on the main line.
That
was Jesus on the main line.
Tell
him what you want.
Don't tell him if I'd answer that. That wouldn't have been good for me, man.
So before we get started, I'm gonna let you do something good first, Mo. I'm gonna let you do something good so we can start the show off on a good note. We're gonna start with you and we're gonna end with you, because me and Mark on the 10th of December 2025, me and Mark ain't about shit. So I'm gonna put that out there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a relationship show. I'm already telling y'all I'm on one. Mark is on one. Like I said, we dragging each other down this rabbit hole. Mo is our only hope for salvation, and he almost came down till he got that call. So hopefully he can stay focused.
That call was a sign, man.
So Mo, what the first thing I want to talk quickly about finances, and we're gonna because I know we're supposed to still touch on some KWANZAA topics. So as we're talking finance and KWANZAA coming up, wouldn't it be a good idea if we're trying to make the community better or whatever it is we're doing, if we actually learn something about stocks and all this, and if we started doing things in our community, start helping build it up, how viable would it be for some of these companies to start having stock options and let the community invest in them? Kind of like, nobody owns the Green Bay Packers. The city of Green Bay owns the Green Bay Packers. They don't have a traditional owner. They're owned by the city. So if we built our own neighborhoods, our own strip malls, and we sold some stock in them so that they truly had a vested interest in their community, because then that I want to say that does 2 or 3 of the KWANZAA principles just like that. What do you think about that, sir?
So let me put it this way. You on a large scale. Let me pull it back some, because I do have a program that's similar to that. Let's start with that, and then we'll go to this large scale, because it's hard. Black people, one thing it's hard for Black people to do, and that's adopt change. And I'm not speaking for me, I'm speaking for global experience and what I see, and the fact that it's like pulling teeth to get people to get involved in this stock thing. So I'm gonna say this. Here's one of the programs that I have already in place that kind of adopts what you're saying, DVP, and it's called the family plan. And so think about it this way, all right? And this is, like I said, it's a microcosm of what you just said. Think about it like this: family plan. You got let's make it up, a mom and dad. I just do mom and dad and the son, or daughter. Mom and dad, son and daughter, right? And the idea is this: everybody works like a corporation. It's like a corporation, okay? And the idea is that they meet as a group, they make decisions and discussions together. The first thing they got to do is take my training, right? They'll take my training and they'll all learn the basics of what it means to invest. Then they'll start operating like a little corporation, meaning that first thing you got to do, if you got young son and daughter, let's say less than 18 years old, now you got to open the account. One of the adults have to open the account. So let's say one adult opens the account, but they all make the decisions together. And so what that does, it's like how we used to do in the old days in Africa. What that does is the kids get the training because they're part of the decision-making process. That's how they did in the old days, man. We don't do that anymore. So that, right, the benefit in that is now when they get 18, or once they reach 18, they can take over their own stock investment portfolio. All right, but they had training since they was, let's say, 13, for example, right? Since 13, you learn the language, you learn the process, you learn what buying and selling stocks mean. You got an account already open, but it's in your name and your parents' name. And then once you turn 18, boom, it's yours, and there's money in it. Because guess what? You've been investing since 13, you're 18 now, that's 5 years. I can tell you the damage I did in 5 years. And you're gonna learn the process, you're gonna have some money going, and as soon as you turn 18, guess what? Going to college, right? Possibly. Maybe you're going to college. So guess what, parents? Now you get to have the kids pay for their own college, at least some of it, right? Because this stock portfolio been sitting there this whole time, just gaining money. And so that's called the family plan. So that's one of the things that can align with what you're talking about, DVP.
All right, what you think, Mark?
I think it's actually a great idea. I'm gonna go on and get my family together and give you a call, Mo.
No question.
So you can explain it to us and then jump right on into it.
No question.
Yeah, cause I think at some point we gotta. If we start individually and people start seeing it, I think once we do that, I think that'll go better than us trying to go so big. But I think we do have to start. To me, I didn't think it was that big, but I think if we start in our communities, the investments are a whole lot lower. And then as I want to say, at least one of the principles, I think two, but we're shopping in the community now because we have a vested interest in keep making our own money. It's like when you buy something, when you invest in something, you buy more of that product. So now we got money in our community. We keep money in our community. We're truly recycling the money in our community. What's up, Yolanda? And that's what we're doing. And like I say, if we start on a small scale, because to me, like I said, we got to figure out the players because we need a realtor. We need to figure out how the money's gonna work, and we're gonna get all that in.
So DVP, let me comment on that because I didn't even answer your question because I had to start small scale because the large scale idea is the same idea, right? But it's going to take a lot more organization, and it's going to take so because you think about it, right? You got to get enough people together. Let's say a little group, little team. Let's say 5 people. I don't know how many to buy a property, to all go in and invest and buy a property, and maybe if they're smart, right, it'll be that type of property that you can piece out into different spaces, right? Because everybody got that barbershop, everybody got the head shop. I know a place down here, they got 15 units, right? 3 of them are salons, 2 of them barbershops. Another one is selling black clothing, and so they got this whole ecosystem for black people, right? So to your point, DVP, if you could get enough people together to do something like that, right? That would be extremely efficient, and it would save people a lot of money because everybody in those units is paying top dollar just to be there. So guess what happens? This is the part that pissed me off. I gotta say this just because you got me thinking about it now. What happens, folks, is it's the trickle down effect. So what happens is this: Mark got a shop, right? Mark got a barber shop. And y'all mad because Mark is charging y'all $25 a haircut, right? And y'all like, man, Mark is a cheap mug, man. That cat, he charging top dollar for you. But guess what? Mark is paying top dollar for rent. Okay. And because there's no pipeline, no black pipeline, all the supplies that Mark need, he got to go get them from white people, and he's paying top dollar for that as well. So guess what? It's the trickle down effect, people. Mark got to pay top dollar. You got to pay top dollar. And that is really, that part that kind of pisses me off because if you look at that whole pipeline, what that means is black people always going to be paying the most for everything. I'm going to leave it there, man, because you got me hyped up, man. Why you do that?
What's up, Taylor, man? Hey, man, I was trying to drag Mark down this hole, man. That's Mark's fault. I don't know where. Mark, why you do that?
Hey, all that passion just came out of him. I felt it. Let me hurry up and get my family together.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was 10 toes down, wasn't it? I'm like, hey.
I'm mad about it. Because I wish I paid $25 for a haircut. Whew.
Yeah. Oh no! Was that too? That's too low.
Oh, that's cheap, man. I'm at $40.
Oh my goodness!
$40.
Oh my
God, dog.
I know. I'm gonna cut it all off right now.
Hey, Mark, I'm telling you, man. About $10 of that is going into your barber's pocket. The rest is overhead, man. So don't be mad at him.
I ain't mad at him. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bald like y'all.
I got a few.
Damn.
You, man.
What time is it? The first shot was fired at 6:19. The first shot was fired at 6:19. So, okay, but yeah, like I was trying to pull up the principles. Like I said, because I know it's one of them. I think it's 2 or 3. But because we said we was gonna continue the KWANZAA principle on. So as we're trying to incorporate things, I really don't think it's that hard if we really try. And I don't think we got to try that hard. Like I say, if we do a little at a time, and somebody explains to us stock and stock options, how to go about doing this, how to go about doing that, so that we can make it where it's functional for everybody. It's crazy. Like out here, I stay in Douglas County. I use Greystone Power, and I ain't pushing them for nobody. But every year, Greystone sends me a check. Mm-hmm. Every year they send me a check, like I'm a stock, like I got stock in them, which we technically do because it's a Douglas. And I know they're more than Douglas County, but and that's kind of what the check says. We made this much money. Here's what you get back. Even though to me, it's technically just a refund from overpaying and shit. But either way, it make you feel like something because anytime you get a check, you just feel a little bit better. You don't think about, hey, I was overpaying. Y'all could have saved me some money. Because it's a reward. It's like, okay, let me stick with them. So every time somebody say, do you want to change power companies? I'll be thinking like, I get a check from them every year. I don't be thinking about, well, who got the lowest price? Could I save money or do I like this check? Because we like rewards. So it's like, it's a crazy system, but they'll send me a check for $200-300. But what if this other company who offered me a lower deal can save me $400? But see, they can't show it to me like that and make me appreciate it the same. But if we start doing a little stock something and people start getting little checks back from something where they're investing and then they turn around and buy it. You see people who own Delta stock, they do their best to fly Delta all the time because they know what that means. The more money I put into the more money I spend, the more money I get back, the more valuable my investment becomes. So if we start doing that with, I think we talked about it 2-3 weeks ago. Go ahead, let's buy a couple of grocery stores. Let's go ahead and get a gas station. Let's get some things that really, really benefit the community. Get that strip mall. Have your barbershop. Have your hair salon. Have you the little manicure pedicure place. Go on and get your masseuse up in there. Go on and get all the little things we need. Go on and get your wing shop. Go on, Go on and get because we all got wing shops, but get all the little things that we need. And this is, to me, this is where I really do reach out to some of my professionals. Let's get some therapists out there who truly want to help the Black community and make it affordable, and not only make it affordable, make it where they can get to it. Because having it does no good if you got to drive 45 minutes to go see a therapist. I think if therapy was more readily available to us, more of us would go because it ain't that far. It's like, okay, I can go here. But that's just my opinion, though. But like I said, since Mo got the fire started, I just brought up a topic. Mo the one lit the fire and brought the gas to it. So
you the one got the flames behind you, man. I don't know why you coming at me like that.
Yeah.
You just hype me up, man. Don't do that, man. Don't ever do that.
I ain't never seen
you missed
like
the
that.
intro where you supposed to be the conscious of the show, huh?
Hey, man, you got me hyped up, man. Because I just know that after a while, man, you know the scam, you know what's going on, and once you get the inside track, you just embedded. It's embedded in you to be upset about why things are like they are, and so once you figure this game out and you say, oh, okay, this is what I've been doing wrong. You're still gonna be mad because you're gonna be like, that's what they was doing to me, But that's just how it works.
Hey man, I can't argue with the truth and facts.
Hey, let me hit you with this one tip then before we move on. I will hit you this one tip while I'm thinking about it. And the one tip is, I might have said this before. I'm gonna say it again though. One tip is car insurance. Y'all want to save money in your car insurance? Is what you do. If you got a good driving record, don't stick with the same auto insurer every year. Don't do that. Keep moving. Keep getting a quote. All right, because I know I tell you just from personal experience, I had an insurance company and I let my insurance ride for like 2-3 years. And then one day, out of nowhere, I was just like, hey, let me just give them a call, man. I see what I'm paying here. Let me just give them a call and see what's going on. So I called them just because my life experiences has taught me if you don't ask, they're not going to tell you. It don't matter where you are, in a doctor's office, wherever you are. If you don't ask, they're not going to tell you. Trust me, folks. So I called the insurance company and I said, hey, I want to see if I can get a better rate on my car. Man, don't you know they put me on hold for like 5 minutes. And when they came back, they said, yes, sir, we found, you've been with us for 5 years now. You haven't had any accidents. We can lower your rate by $200 a month. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I said, how come nobody called to tell me that? They said, oh, we don't do that, sir. Once you have a policy, that's your policy. It's up to you to to figure out if you want to change them or not. After that, I'm telling everybody. If y'all got a good driving record and you ain't got no accidents, you paying the same rate, and you just think, oh yeah, I'm good. No, you're not good. Call your insurance company and ask them for a new quote on your car for you. for personally you, because everybody ain't paying the same thing. I'm done, man. DVP, stop that, man. You get me hyped up here, man.
Man, I ain't even did nothing. I'm blaming Mark. What you got, Mark?
Hey man, I'm just getting all this good information, man. But he right. I shop my insurance every 6 months.
Good for you, man. How you learn that, Mark? How you learn that? How you learn that?
Cause I called to see could I get it lowered. No, I went online. I'll take that back. I went online looking at quotes, and then they 6 months later, we seen you reached out for a quote, and then they gave me a better rate. I was like, oh. So I'm like, well, let me try this again next 6 months.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because they ain't gonna tell you.
Because what I noticed was my insurance was going up. I remember it was the time insurance went down. But now I keep noticing it going up. And when you call, like, why my insurance going up? Well, it's a higher crime rate in your zip code. I was like, oh. So what I thought I was going to go down, it just went back up. So I was like, yeah, so let me keep shopping around. So like I say, I shopped around. They reached out to me later because I didn't go with that company. And then they was like, oh, you get a better rate. I was like, oh, I ran with it.
Yeah.
And after that, I was
trying to tell you to start contacting your own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, man.
It went up in my neighborhood. It just went up in my zip code.
Yeah. Yeah, big business is like that, man. If you don't ask, they're not gonna tell you.
All right, so I got a question, fellas, and it's from a lady. So I guess we can answer it best because we all three men. And I'm gonna ask the question, but I'm gonna make a statement before I ask the question. And the question was, I ain't write it down. Oh, the question was, what do we look for as green flags on dating? What's a green flag for us? What is it that a woman can do that makes us go forward as opposed to running backward? What do you guys think about that?
Oh, that's a good
and
way
before y'all said, I just gotta get this in there because I said to somebody earlier. Nowhere in the history of dating, ladies, because I do want y'all to pay attention. Nowhere in the history of dating has a man ever made the statement, "The sex is horrible, but I'm gonna stay with her anyway because I love her." That's strictly a girl statement. Dude, I ain't heard no dude ever say that. No, never. I ain't saying it don't happen. We just don't verbalize it. All right, go ahead. What do you look for green flags, Mark?
Green flags. One would be if we out, open to try something different. You know, whether it's if you don't eat sushi, you willing to try it. Being spontaneous. Just trying something different that you hadn't tried instead of being like, I don't like that. I don't do. Just be like, man, you know what? Because you asked me to, I'm gonna try it. That's one of them. I let child go and then I'll come back, circle back to some others.
You gotta give another cup. See, Mo went there again, so I'm going to give another one, Mark. I'm gonna have to send some more. I'm gonna have to send some more this show.
Second one, offering to pay.
Give me a second.
Offering to pay. Oh, I got it. Oh, you paid for this? Let me take care of the tip.
Ooh.
Oh, that's definitely a green flag.
Ooh. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and scratch that one off my list. I had that one too, Mark.
Hey, what you got, Mo? Go ahead. What you got, Mo? If Mo don't get to his list, Mo will forget.
I had that one for Mark. Pay at least a tip, or actually not even pay. In my case, not even pay. Offer to pay, because most likely I'm gonna say no, but just offer, because then I know where you stand. You know what I mean? If you adamant about it, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you pay. But if you just offer, I know what it is. You know? Yeah. And then if she says, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for mine because I don't want no expectations," I'm cool with that. That's fine with me. So green flag. A lot of people not gonna like to hear this. Now we talking about, but hold on, DVP. Let me qualify this. Talking about somebody you serious about, right?
Well, no, if you serious about it, they already gave you green flag. This to get to the serious point.
I know, but you want to be this somebody you're not just playing with her. You just want there's something you want. Okay, so she says no on the first time I try to have sex with her. She says no. Or she
That's
said,
a green flag?
for me. Or she said, I gotta wait. Yeah, that's a green flag for me. Straight into the bedroom ain't good, man. Not for me. That might be for somebody else, but not for me. So that's, and then so I had
Mark,
that.
you don't get to answer that one. You don't even get to comment on that one, Mark.
Hey, if I'm not serious about it, that's a different thing. If I'm serious about
Mark don't get to comment regardless whether you plan or he don't get to comment at all on that one.
Why not?
Nope.
And then the biggest one though out of all of them is temperament, right? Like Mark said, like one of the things Mark said involves temperament, where it's like instead of cutting options out, have a different type of mentality and temperament to say, all right, well, I'll try it, but this ain't my thing, but I'm gonna try it. Or when it's time to make some decisions, be negotiable. Just be like, well, I want to do this, as opposed to, like if you say, hey, where you want to go eat? If a woman said to me, well, I like this place, but I want to consider you. What do you think as well? Man, that's a winner for me. W.
And I like, and I put this in a women's group a couple of years ago, and it agitated me the way some of them were talking. I believe in my world, a green flag is when she helps you plan the date. Because I hate when women say just plan a date and I like a man who can do this. I hear what you're saying, but if we plan a date, let's say I plan a date and I want to do Netflix and chill. I want to go. Well, when I asked you what you want to do, you told me to plan it. So I planned it for something that I like, because you don't want to help contribute. So you can't. I like when they contribute to our fun. Because if you leave it up to me, that's a lot. And it's like, come on, now work with me. I might plan it like the popular thing go. I take Shawty to a play, but she don't like plays. Or, she getting dressed. Hell, I'm planning to go bowling. She got her little after 5 thing. Like we finna do something nice and fancy, but I want to do something just chill. And it's like, how do you not want to participate in your own thing, especially up front where we're getting to know each other? Once we know each other, because in the beginning, I don't think I have the right to tell you how to dress. But if you don't want to know what we're doing, you just want me to tell you what time I'm coming to get you. To me, that means, to me, it says you got a little too much puppy in you. I don't want to be able to control you like that. I prefer some input. So when you can give me that, then we can be a whole lot closer. Because there's sometimes, we can plan stuff because we already know what the mood is and what's going to be happening up there. But help me plan a date for us. I think that's a super green flag. As you and Mo Park said, our offering to pay. Offering is a big effing deal. Just put it out there that, hey, let me get this. Let me get whatever it is. The tipping is kind of hard now since everybody using the card and stuff. But it's like if we go somewhere, we chilling here. Let's just say we go to the movies. And then as soon as we get there, she'd be like, yo, let's get some popcorn. What you drinking? And she just running to take care of that. Just that take chargeness about wanting to help out with the whole process. To me, that's a super duper green flag. What else would I say? I would say one of the things I look for is conversation is I hate when I'm with a girl and we're new, or even we've got some history and every girl is a bitch. Oh, look at them bitches, them hoes. It's like, is that the way you talk all the time? When they don't do that, that's a green flag. When they do it, it's a red flag. So you're gonna hit one of these. Either you're gonna give me the green flags because you don't keep saying this, or you're gonna give me the red flag because you keep. So, and I guess with that, as I'm getting corrected, we're supposed to get some red flags that stand out too. So we want to do green flags and red. What makes us go up? What makes us be like, nah, I'm good. So go ahead and give me a couple of red flags, Mark.
Red flags.
He ain't even look at the sheet of paper. He was like ready for that one. He got excited.
Hey, cause it just happens. Red flag. You meet on Monday, and by Wednesday, oh, my rent late. Oh, I mean, I talked to you today, but
Oh my
My phone gonna be off tomorrow, so I guess I'll talk to you when it come back on. That broke in the beginning. Like, how you not financially responsible when we meet? So that's definitely a red flag.
And let me add something to that right quick. It's a super red flag when it's a common thing. I get if you had an emergency where you got you end up getting a flat tire, because a lot of people going paycheck to paycheck. If it's something unexpected, it's a little bit more acceptable. But when it's a regular, that phone bill due every month. You know these things are due every month. And but as Mark said, that we still talking about in the first week, it's totally unacceptable. I shouldn't know nothing about your financial struggles the first. I shouldn't know nothing about your financial struggles the first week or two.
Mm-hmm.
If we're just getting to know each other. Now, if we don't cross over to what we're trying to make it serious, as Mo was saying, then yeah, if I'm your dude, I do want to know some of these things, but I still want to know how you spending your money. So red flag to me is not being able to control your money. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. Finish yours.
Oh, no, that's a good one. You just tagged along with it. That's definitely one. 2, no ambition, no drive, no goals. You in a situation and you just stuck and you just content being there, but you constantly complaining about it. What you gonna do to change it? What you gonna do to get out of that situation versus, oh, I gotta go to this job. They don't pay no money. And you just stuck there instead of saying, you know what, let me make some shake, let me make a move so I can be better or do better. So that's definitely a red flag. That's a red flag. Early in the conversation, consistently talking about exes. My baby dad ain't shit. That type stuff, or being perfect in all your previous relationships and you single. What did you
Mark, write that one down, because that's one of the topics. Write that one down, because we're gonna get back to that. I knew you were gonna go down this rabbit hole for me. I knew you. Write that one down, Mark. Because
I write it down. When you ask, when they talk about their relationship, I was perfect. I cook, I clean. They didn't want to be with a slave. They wanted a girlfriend. What you do wrong? I ain't do nothing wrong.
I did. Let's not talk about no more, Mark. We're gonna come back to that one. We're gonna
come back to it.
Yeah, that's 2 segments from now. What you got, Mark?
Yeah, that's a good one, Mark, because I had it on my list. I'm gonna cross it off. Just being in denial about who you are. So that's kind of along the same lines.
Yeah, that one gonna be in two segments.
Number one, top of my list is personality, man. I need somebody that's calm. If you too eccentric, if everything's a big deal, if you loud, in a particular time, then that's gonna be too much for me. I don't need all that, man. I'm a relaxed dude. There's a time though. So here's the thing. This is what I call it. Well, this is the name for it. This ain't what I call it, but you got to be able to compartmentalize. And if you can compartmentalize, that means there's a time to act stupid. There's a time to act calm. There's a time to be nice. You need to know how to, when's the time to be all those different types of personalities. And I look for that, because if you're making a big deal out of something real small, I know I ain't going to be able to deal with it. It's not going to happen. Another one, being willing to compromise. I've been in situations where it always had to be that way. Why we got to keep doing it this way, man? I want to compromise. There's some things I want to do. Let's do some of those. There's some things you want to do. We got to do what you want to do all the time. So being able to compromise, and or not willing to compromise, and so those two are big ones on my list. I had the denial one, but Mark already hit it out the park with that one.
That's what's up. And the biggest one of the biggest red flags to me is when you show your feminist side and you keep telling me what you don't need a man for. I don't need a man to do this. I don't need a man to do that. Then why are you here? Why are you here? I tell the story about the girl I picked up for a date, and we get out. I got a thing about opening doors. That's just my thing. If you feel like you need to open doors, then stay your ass at home. But if we get in my car, then I'm open the door. When we get to the place where we're going, I'm opening the door. If you got a problem with that, we're gonna have a problem. So anyway, this was somebody who actually let me come get them. So I go get them. You know, she ain't say nothing at first, but when we got ready to get out, she opened the door. And I said, no. So you can't, babe, let me open the door. I don't need no mom. That fella open the door for me. I'm a grown woman. I can open the door my damn self.
Oh,
I was like, wow, for real? Yeah, I'm an independent. I said to my friend, sit back down right quick. And when she sat down, I took off. I just took her straight back home. Because I wasn't even gonna try to go through this. It's like that, you know, because in my world, I'm looking for, if we're seriously dating, I'm looking for a queen. And if you already telling me you ain't got no queen tendency because all this little craziness, you know, yeah, I know you're grown. I mean, that's kind of why I asked you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a grown woman. But all the other stuff, it's just unnecessary because I already know we're gonna be combative. We're combating as for those of us who do this, you're combating the natural order of things. You got you a man who wants to provide and protect, and you want to compete with that. It's what's the phrase? It's always a little thing. So if me opening the door is gonna cause this kind of tirade, you know what? Deuces. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? What are we arguing about? It's just insane to me. Insane. So you know what? We're gonna skip that one. Y'all got anything before we jump into the meat? Before Mark catches hell, and then Mo co-sign and shit. I'm already there.
Our hell gonna break loose.
So I got a couple. So and it's the same one I think, but it's the one you mentioned, DVP, when it's like the woman cannot or does not want to accept being treated like a lady. Like that independent stuff, you know, that's ridiculous. I can't even deal with that. And so that is even to the point where this happened one time where I was on a date and the girl was like everything's on the table, the waitress is bringing the food, and the girl started clearing out space for food. I'm like, hey, you ain't gotta do that. Relax. This is we at a restaurant, they're gonna take care of that. But she didn't like realize that that's something that's like a way to be where you could just sit there and relax. Somebody else gonna take care of that. So she was used to being independent, you know, that independent and doing stuff for herself. And I'm like, nah, it's time to relax, just chill. They're gonna take care of that. And you know, we had to talk about that, you know, and work through that. But that was one of those things that it's not something like I'll cancel, you know, I'll like not deal with you, but it's just something that I look for to just say, be able to just relax and let your hair down at this time. I'm in your life now. I'll take care of those things, or I'll find a way to make sure those things are taken care of.
Did I ever tell you about the girl I went on a date with, and we went to I forgot the name. It was over by South Lake Mall, and she was just ordering stuff. Oh, she ordered this and ordered that. I'm like, damn. I mean, she ain't sending nothing back. She's just ordering stuff. And I was like, you know what? I mean, if it ain't good, say something. You know, send it back so we can do this. And she looked me dead in my eye. Dead in my eye. I'm a soldier now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a soldier. I'm in the Air Force. And she said, I just want to see what you was gonna pay for.
Ooh.
What?
I mean, I see sucker stamped on your forehead.
What? And you know, and I was wrong. I was dead wrong. But Mark can feel my pain. I went to the restroom because you know how the restaurants was back in the day, and then I walked out.
Yeah.
You weren't wrong.
You know, I was like, you really got the heart to look me in my face and tell me you just ordering food to see what I'm gonna pay for? For real?
That's crazy.
Did she beat you later?
She called my mom. My mama paged me because you know this back in the days of pages. My mama paged me. My mama beat me. Are you saying beat with a T or beat with a P?
Beeper. Beep. B-E-E-P.
Yeah. No, she called my mama. My mama paged me and say, she's like, where you at? I said, I'm on 85. She like, where your date? I said, as far as I know, she at the restaurant. She said you went to the bathroom and she ain't seen you. I said, well, I'm on my way home, Ma. She said, what happened? I said, Mom, she ordered food. She looked me in my face and told me she was ordering to see what I was going to pay for. So as opposed to doing something crazy, like throwing all that food on her face or paying for it, I did the best thing I could under the situation, Mom. Because, this before what would Jesus do? I would think, what my mom do if I hit her with a plate? She going to be mad. Because, you can't hit women. But that was so disrespectful to me. And I'm like, my mom said, babe, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what, Mom? She like, go back and pick her up. And I'll give you the money. I said, Mom, it ain't even about the money. I got the money, but for her to say that, I said, Mom, she don't order like 4 apples. She don't order like 4 entrees or whatever the main thing is. She don't order 4 of them. And she eating them. So I'm going to say this. Ladies, if we go to dinner, I want you to enjoy your meal. I want y'all to understand what I just said. Enjoy your meal. M-E-A-L. No S's. Just M-E-A-L. That's it. Don't be ordering 20 things. Maybe get an appetizer, but don't get 12 desserts and just be looking at me like, what's up? So what's up, big? Hold on. I got to call his right name because I don't never know what he doing. What's up, Theo? We still miss you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't mess with us no more because you big time. You know what I'm saying? You done paid the rent. You done probably got your new TV set in your background, so you ain't got to mess with us little people no more. But you know what I'm saying? Let me know when you want to come to the show. What else we got?
Oh, I'm gonna ask
Mark,
you.
You got another one?
I'm gonna ask you a question. So the question is this. So this must have been a long-term date because how she got your mama number? Or am I asking too many questions?
But then you called a house phone.
No, what you got? Remember, back then we all had house phones.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, see, right. So like I had this way back. I had a bag phone because I didn't have because when my mom paged me, I pulled over. This one they still had pay phones because I pulled over. Or did I have one of them bag phones? I may have a bag phone, but you don't call about them the bag phones until after 7.
Right.
You had that
but
money.
I can call mom. When your mama hits you on the page and she, your mama number. She don't need no code. All she gotta do is call from the house. All she gotta do is put that number, and it's like, okay. So this was, like I said, this was back in 87, 88, maybe. Yeah, this is a long time ago. But yeah, everybody had a house phone back then. But we had pay phones too. We walked around with dimes. That's how long ago. Pay phones was a dime back then.
Yeah, you old.
Mark, do you remember pay phones being a dime?
A quarter.
Do you remember pay phones, Mark?
A quarter.
Okay. So yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and jump. What time? It's 6:40. It's 6:50. Let's go ahead. Let's start the shit show, Mark. What's your topic?
What's my topic?
What's your topic? I'm gonna let you start the shit show.
I ain't starting this shit. Don't do that to me. Cause I was.
You said you was here for.
I was all for these red flags and green flags. 1, 2, 3 red light. I'm all for it.
All right, so now we on the big topic. Go ahead.
Let's talk about this then, because I think for the last maybe about 5 years, I've been trying to figure out. I know DVP don't know. He done said it 1,000 times, so maybe Mo know. Mo, what is masculine responsibilities?
Okay, so which definition you want, man? Because it changed from generation to generation. If I'm answering, am I answering for 2025?
Well, let me give you a scenario, and then maybe you can answer the question.
All right, because it changes, man. So go ahead.
I need a man.
I ain't said I don't know.
I need a man to come into my life and take care of these masculine responsibilities so I can walk in my femininity.
Okay, if somebody say that, I guess what you're asking me is what I'm thinking that I need to do.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't even like that statement. Number one, I don't even like that.
Shit don't make sense.
No, I don't even like that statement, man, because because if I'm getting into a partnership, I'm saying, so I had to go into my own philosophy, man, before I can't even answer your question, Mark. You want me to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this is my philosophy on relationships. Everything in relationship is 50-50. What I mean by that? What I mean by that is sometimes I'm going to cook. Sometimes my lady going to take out the trash. Sometimes I'm going to babysit. Sometimes my lady going to handle the bills and whatever. So it's a 50-50 relationship in the sense that we all share the same responsibilities. It's not like a big partition in the middle. I got a set of responsibilities and she got a set of responsibilities. However, I do have certain things that I'm going to keep doing until I can't do them no more. For example, I take it upon myself to take care of the trash, right? That's one of the things I do just because I have the capability. I've been doing it. It's something I do. But if my wife wanted to take out trash, I ain't gonna have no big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's something I do. In terms of cooking, either one of us can cook because we know how to do it. Either one of us know how to cook. You know, my wife just happened to cook better than me, so I'm letting her handle that. But on the times where, let's say she's sick or she don't feel like doing it, then I'll cook. I'll do it. So my thing is this: the way I run relationships is like this. It's a shared responsibility. There's no designated things that people do, except I cannot have a baby. I tried. I can't have a baby. So that's not up to me to have a baby. I can help with the process, but I can't have one. So there's certain things that women have to do, certain things men have to do. Then all the other stuff is, in terms of as far as I'm concerned, a shared responsibility. And the person with the best skill set to do that thing is the one that does it. I'll stop right there.
And I'm gonna say this is where y'all got to have a conversation, because what do they consider that? Because and we did this before you came, Mark, but all of us may look differently at what a male responsibility is, because as much as we like to say it, all men are not hunters, all men are not protectors, all men are not providers. So what is it that she's looking for? Because they need to be kind of in tune, because that way everybody can assume a role that they're familiar and comfortable with. Ladies can't. All men aren't aggressive. All men are not leaders. So if that's what she's looking for, if that's what takes her out of femininity, she needs to find the right man to feel that, not any man, because all of us are not created equal. We got all these crazy titles: alphas, betas, doms, and Buddhists, and all this other things. So when that's said, there should have been a conversation, because it's a co-op, it's a company. How are we running this company? What are you bringing to the company? What am I bringing to the company? I got financial skills. You got these skills. So we have to make this company work. Or because sex is a bigger part, but people don't want to accept the fact that relationship is a business, and the reason that relationships fail is the same reason businesses fail. Everybody not doing their part. But if we haven't had a discussion about what our part is, Mo talking about what he can do, what his partner can do. Some roles they can switch up, some they can't. Mo's famous thing, it's funny to me, he remembers it, but I always tell him, one of my wives was a better shot than me, and somebody bring in the house, I need her to take that shot. She's a much better shot than me. My ego, and I'm the best fighter, I'm the protector and the provider, but if there's got to be a shot taken, she need to take the shot. Nothing to say, oh, you the man, you should take the shot. And Mo was like, man, I ain't that good like that. And I was like, yeah, because if I'm the leader, and that's the role I'm saying, I'm supposed to make the best decision, not the most masculine decision, not the ones that feed my ego. What's the best decision for the relationship? What's the best decision for this situation? Mo used cooking. Well, I can't cook, so that ain't in there. But let's just say I'm using Mo again. Mo cooks a great pasta. His girl cooks a great steak. Well, who cook depend on what they want to eat now. Do they want steak? Do they want pasta? If they want pasta, then clearly it should be Mo. If they want steak, clearly it should be his partner. And these are the decisions that you got to make when they make these statements. But it requires, to me, when you hear that statement, it requires a conversation. Well, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses that we got. And it went to something else that we had talked about earlier that you're scared of now, Mark. The biggest part about being in this relationship is we all have to know what our weaknesses are too. Because where you're weak, you kind of want a partner who ain't got the same weaknesses, because then y'all gonna just flounder. Somebody need to have a skill that one of y'all ain't got, so that when y'all start falling, you know, Mo is good with stocks, which probably means he's probably good with money. So, you know, he can't, if Mo is bad with money, the last thing he want to do is get with a woman who's bad with money, because then they're gonna stay in a money pit because nobody understands money. And so, you know, that's a big thing, because like I said, just saying what's masculine, because paying rent ain't masculine. Paying rent is a human thing. Anybody who lives somewhere need to pay rent. Paying bills is not a masculine thing. I know a girl who rebuilt the transmission and the engine. So that's something I can't do. Is being a mechanical, is that a masculine thing? And that's what it's so couple specific that's a hard one to answer generically. Because let's see what say. Humans have both masculine and feminine energy. They do. Remember, 46 chromosomes. The only thing that separates us is one chromosome difference. People who ascribe energy to sexuality don't have a full understanding of themselves, which is why they project their gender roles on other people. And that's why it's got to be a conversation. Because there was a time that the woman always cooked, but here we know now men are great chefs. Men do lots of things, and women do lots of things they didn't naturally do. So that masculine energy thing, I'm with Phil. I hate when I hear the term. Just tell me how we can make this exist together without using the masculine and feminine term. Just tell me.
Because I got some. So
it's your topic. You're supposed to have something.
I know. So when y'all were single, did y'all need a woman to take y'all out y'all femininity so y'all can be masculine? Hell no.
But see, I think because you said that we need a woman to take us out of our femininity.
Yeah, so y'all can be masculine.
But
that's just the reverse of the bullshit they say.
But this is what I'm saying. Look who you're talking to, because I'm sure that some men can ascribe to that. You see these dudes who want to be catered to, so they're there. They want to be taken out on first date. Some of these dudes want chairs pulled out for them. So you asking the wrong dudes. You need to find them dudes that I want to be courted. I want to be wooed. I want this. Because to me, they're leaning to their feminine side. Because again, the way I look at it, I'm supposed to be that guy. But all men aren't hunters. Some men, they're planters. You know, I can plant a seed, but I can't dig the hole, and I damn sure ain't finna kill nothing. So you got to find out what level. This is what being true to yourself. Where do you stand as a man on this? Because, and that was a great question, Mark. All men don't want the same thing.
I completely agree.
So when the question is asked, you know, everybody got to know their strengths and weaknesses. Like I said, I know I can't cook. I can't cook. I ain't finna try to cook. I'll stay in the kitchen with you. But the minute you start telling me to put the heat on medium or whatever, so I don't know what that shit means. Don't even care. Don't even care. I can swirl some shit for you. I can pass you something, but I can cut stuff. But when you start talking what's a dab, what's a pinch, I'm not gonna get into that conversation, because Wendy loves me, Crystal loves me, Dairy Queen. I got women who love me, who will feed me without going through all this shit. All I gotta do is tell them what I want. You know, we make a little exchange, even swap no swindle. We got a perfect corporation going. I ain't finna do all that. But I agree with Mo. It's my job. It's my job to take the trash out. Unless you cooking fish or something, I ain't there, then take it out. But take out little things. I believe that it's my job to take the trash, but that's who I am. Everybody don't agree with that. I believe I should change the light bulb. I believe I'm responsible for most of the maintenance. Whether I do it or whether I get it done, I believe that's my responsibility.
So
I can agree with that.
So let me add this, because I want to just add this. One thing, this is one of the realizations I had to come to with all of this stuff we talk about here in terms of roles and responsibilities. And the way I came to where I am today, the way I rationalize it is, I had to think of it this way. Before I met this lady, who was doing all of the quote unquote masculine stuff she needed done in her life? Right? Who was doing it? Right? Let's say she lived by herself and she had trash to take out. Who was doing that? She was doing it. So I mean, women weren't living in a cave before you met her. You know what I mean? So they're not living in the cave before you meet them. So that means they have the capability to do certain things, is the same things that you can do. But it just depends on how you want to parse up your relationship to where you want to end up, you know. So I can tell you, I enjoy, you know, being in charge of the trash. It might sound crazy, but I like doing that. You know, that's the thing I like doing. I feel needed when I do stuff like that. I enjoy, you know, if my wife say, "Hey, man, I need gas. My brakes are squeaking. Can you take my car down to the mechanic?" I enjoy doing that. I do that. That's what I do. You know, but it ain't like she can't drive down there and get it done as well. So I think it just comes down to, you know, customizing, like DVP said, customize your relationship for you. You know, that's what it really comes down to.
Honestly speaking, when I hear that term, I think that's just a broke ass woman that wants some man to come in and pay her bills. And it just sounds good saying it that way.
Which term?
I need a man that take all this masculine responsibility off of me. You just want to sound like you just want somebody to come in and pay your bills, so you don't have to be a truly responsible adult anymore. Because in all my years of living, I ain't never been in my femininity and needed a woman to take me out of it so I can be masculine, whatever the hell that is. But I think
a lot of that is the circle we keep, though. When you hang around, you know, sometimes we elevate by changing our circle. When you don't change your circle, and you know, because I was actually arguing with somebody about this. When you stay in the same bottom rung of the circle, there's a constant men versus women war. Constant, because they ain't seen better. Because I know lots of guys who ain't even gonna play with the phrase that they want a woman. They need a woman because we need each other. What we need is a good woman. What these grown ass women, they need a good man. This whole I ain't gotta ain't none of us happy by ourselves. None of us. Even if we playing the field. Guess what? We still playing the field with something that we need. It ain't a want. It's a need, because without contact, we falter. So when you change your circle, you don't look at it as a whole man versus woman war. You know, when you change your circle, there is no what do you bring to the table. It's what do we bring to the table. This is what I can do. This is what I think you can do. Or you know, we sit down and we compare and see how we mesh. And then we can make an informed decision, because it's still a business decision. Yeah, emotions get involved. And that's how a lot of people end up in bad relationships, because it's too emotional. You know, when I tell people, write down your preferences and priorities. If you write them down, your priorities, and priorities are things that they gotta have. If you stick to that list, you'll stop letting your preferences win in valuable moments, because sometimes your preferences winning out. They ain't got shit that you need, but you got caught up in the the chemistry of it all. You got caught up in the sex appeal of it all. But sex appeal, even love, won't sustain a relationship. You got to have communication and understand. What up, Robert? You got to have communication and understand. Without it, you know, because what do you go back to? You know, it's like the whole friendship thing. Everybody say they want to date their friend. And, you know, I hate, as you said, I hate when women say, I want to date my best friend, because to me, that's disrespectful to my best friend. Because, Mark, you got a best friend?
Yes.
How long y'all been knowing each other?
The oldest probably 30, the next probably about 25.
Okay. Mo, you got a best friend?
No.
Okay. I got best friends. I'm with you, Mark, 20, 30 years.
No.
There is no way that some woman can come in 6, 7 months and be my best friend. That's disrespectful to the people who don't put time and energy in. So
Right.
So I hate when they say, because if you ain't got a best friend at my age, you know what that is? That's a flag. How do you not have a best friend at 40 plus years old? That's a flag. I'm sorry, it ain't even a flag, but I take it back. It's a full-fledged stop sign. It's a full-fledged stop sign when you ain't got no best friend at 40 plus years old.
What about 50 plus?
If you at 40 and you ain't got one, everything above that. So it's like, yeah, I want to date my friend. I want to date my friend, and I want my partner to be a good friend. But my best friend, to me, that's asking too much, because now I'm lying to somebody. Because when this process starts, and gentlemen, work with me on this, because I'm sure y'all done been with women who got mad at you. I'm sure y'all done got mad at other women. Now, when you get mad at your lover, or your lover get mad at you, they'll block you, they'll stop talking to you, or something like that. When you and your friends have a fight and argue, do you ever block your friend?
Nope.
Nope. And you may stop talking to them for a couple of days, even a week or two. But if they call, you're gonna answer, ain't you?
Yeah.
But when you mad at your lover, you ain't answering. You're like, motherfucker. And that's why to me it's important to have a friendship so that when y'all go through this, because everybody gonna have I know some of y'all say y'all never argue. I don't know what the hell y'all in. But when y'all have a dispute or a voice raising debate, if y'all just lovers, I guarantee that call ain't being answered for 2-3 days. But if y'all friends, the call can still be answered because you got a base to fall back on. The base is the friendship, not love, because we know what's the opposite of love? Hate. That's the only two emotions y'all got is lovers, but their friends, there's a happy middle ground. Because we all disagree with our friends. Hell, Mark, because he's from Atlanta, Mark done probably fought his best friends at least once or twice because that's part of the friendship. We fought, we made up. Hell, both of my best friends, we had some knockdown dragouts. And when it was over with, after 20 minutes, I don't think neither one of us ever apologized, but we went back to talking like the shit didn't happen. But you need a friendship in a true relationship, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
But to insinuate best friend, except for Mo, because Mo ain't never had one, so he got a position open.
Wait. You asked a different question. I said I ain't got one now. I had some. I ain't got one now. Go ahead.
You ain't supposed to fire your best friends, Mo.
Huh?
Did you fire them?
No, man.
Glory.
Why you think it was me?
They went on to glory.
Y'all know me.
That's the only other excuse, Mark. I'm trying not to go there.
No, it wasn't that kind of thing, man. It wasn't that kind of thing.
So your best friends fired you. Okay, Mark, we're gonna talk about more after this.
I fired them, man. We fired each other. Put it that way.
Call your best friend up, Mo. Call your best friend up and tell him you sorry.
I ain't got nobody to call, man. Hey, listen, let me hold on before I forget now. So look, this is why I don't want my girl, my wife, or whatever to be my best friend. Because my best friend is gonna like to go fishing. My best friend's gonna like to go to the game. My best friend's gonna like to watch UFC. My wife don't like to do none of those. So you can see that there's a dividing line between friend and your lady who you get along with, you love, you like, whatever. It's a dividing line between those.
But y'all gotta have like Mark want to go to the third spot. So if he want to go with his girl, she need to like games and stuff. But if she don't, but they still need to have something that they can do as friends that they can just be friends. If they have to sneak a kiss in while they're doing it, that's always cool. But whether it's competitive, whether it's hiking, whether they need to have something that they can do as friends, because you want to build a friendship with your partner. To me, that's a non-negotiable. Because like I say, unless you only got the two different extremes, when y'all get mad, everybody cut off, and you don't want to cut off because you won't cut your friends, except for you, Mo. We don't cut our friends off.
I didn't do that, man. They did it.
When the phone ring or the text come through, we're gonna answer it if it's our friend. And when we reach out to them, they're gonna answer. They might be short at first, but they're gonna answer. When me and my best friend, we ain't talking about, we're like, yo, man, I'm stuck on the highway. Shoot the text. I'll be there in 15. We might not still be talking. They might come get me, drive me to the place, get a tie. They might not say a word to me, but they gonna be there. After that, to me, that's just too much pressure to put on a lover to be your best friend, because you disrespecting you disrespecting the people that earn the right to be your best friend. Unless y'all got married at 18 and y'all 50, 60 years old now, then your wife can be your best friend, because y'all don't know nothing but each other. I mean, that's my take on that.
Yeah, agree with that.
Yeah.
So
Mo, I'll be your best friend next year.
Let me see. 2025. No, man, that's 2026. That slot's taken already, man.
I'm gonna be your best friend.
Thanks, man, but it's already taken, man.
We're gonna be like Bert and Ernie.
You Joe best friend, Mark.
Man, y'all done ran my buddy off. But it don't even come back. I don't know what you did, DVP, to my best friend, but you need
his wife said
wait, hold on, Mark. He was good till you went to visit him. He showed up at every show till you went to visit him, man.
Now his wife don't want him playing with us no more because of you.
Word on the street, DVP fired him.
Mo, what happened again, Mo? What happened, Mo?
I'm done with it. Go ahead, Mo.
Mark went to Chicago. That's the last we seen of Joe. I need to reach out to Colin here. He might not even be living right now. I need to reach out to him. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna shoot him a text during the show. I need to check on that brother because he used to be here, Mark.
Yeah.
So you went to Chicago. So Mo ain't gonna ask you to come to Arizona.
No,
that's out.
He got jealous the same way Diddy got jealous of Biggie and Tupac. DVP got. Let me find out you got baby all on that desk, DVP.
All right. So anyway, as Mark was going through some stuff that he's now scared to repeat, but we can play the tape back. Now I was talking to a couple people today about relationship value, and I see all these things where, and I see most of women, but that's what I'm looking at, who tout the values that they think are so highly sought after, and they tell you how great they are, how they the best woman ever, they're dependable, they're loyal, they're fun, they're all this. But I always ask the question, but you're single. So you mean to tell me that none of the guys you like having a loyal girlfriend, they didn't like having a great cook, they didn't like having a porn star in the bedroom, they didn't like all these things you got, they just keep leaving? And you ain't do nothing wrong in your relationship. They just couldn't handle a good thing. That's really what you want me to go for. Nothing was your fault in a relationship because you were like the best girlfriend ever. So, and if I believe that, and let's just say for shits and giggles, I say I'm gonna believe that. Okay, so then why are you still single? Somebody should have scooped you up right then.
Yeah.
As soon as y'all broke up, it should have been 3 or 4 brothers waiting, because I don't think none of us, I don't think none of us ever believe that a woman ain't got some cheerleaders somewhere who waiting for us to go away. Whether she really paying them attention or not, she got a little something because she can reach out to them. They don't left a number. So when you broke up with this guy who didn't appreciate you, these other guys who was checking for you, don't fit the bill. So with that being said, maybe, just maybe, you took your flea market ass to Saks Fifth Avenue and tried to sell yourself as a true piece, and you wasn't. I don't get it twisted now, because women, y'all love to keep arguing me about this. I know my value. Well, Mo, I'm gonna blame Mo. The book say you worth what your life insurance policy say. That's how much you worth. But if you think you worth so much, why ain't the market after you? Because again, y'all keep putting Saks prices on flea market material. And this is why some of y'all are saying, because y'all putting way too much value on yourself. I know my worth, I ain't gonna do this. Okay, so you think you're worth $1 million. So why are you fucking with these hood dudes again? Because you're not gonna see Lamborghini ever trying to sell on ESPN. You're not gonna see Lamborghini trying to sell on basic TV. That's not what they do, because they know their value. You ain't never seen a Lamborghini commercial. You never will see a Lamborghini commercial. They know their value. I was telling somebody, man, when you ask us what's an expensive watch, we all say Rolex. And Rolexes cost, you can get a Rolex for 30, 40 grand. But one day Google expensive watches and see Rolex ain't even a top 10 expensive watch. See, this is how some of y'all are overvaluing yourselves, and you keep saying stuff. And I'm gonna let Mo do this, because you are worth what the market says. You don't get to place a value on yourself. You don't get to, in no metric whatsoever. When athletes who play sports, they can think some of them get the contract, some of them don't, because they overpriced themselves. Ladies, gentlemen, some of y'all overpriced yourselves. Y'all trying to sell to the wrong group. If you stand in the hood, I got $1 million mindset. I ain't never figured out what that shit meant. But I'm worth this. So then why you? I'm just waiting for a break. So why you waiting for a break? You worth $16.21. So look for a $17 dude. Don't look for a $3,000 dude. And it's like, I keep hearing it, and that's what I want to know. What does that mean when you know what you worth? I know what I ain't gonna settle for. Okay. Well, look at your past 6 boyfriends. Tell me what you won't settle for again. Or you learned the lesson. So now you got all these qualities that don't nobody want, but you're a great woman. Because I guarantee all 3 of us have heard about this great woman and all these qualities she brings. And at least 3 of us fucked around and tried it. And we were like, mm-mm. The receipt says this, but this is not what you gave me. This is not what you gave me. You were cute. You did 2 of the 12 things you said you did. 6 of them you did, but they weren't even good. So,
See, that's the thing. Women definitely don't know. They know their value. They know their worth. They don't know their value and their worth in the dating market. They don't grasp the concept that all the things that you think make you great, a lot of men don't even care about it. So they come out here saying, oh, if I get a dude at this level, blue collar dude, then I'm settling. No, you're on your level. They think this knight in shining armor finna come and sweep them off their feet, pay all their bills, and they just sit at home and chill. That's rare when you're over 40. It's rare. It happens, but it's rare. They got to understand that the dating pool, as they get older, it gets smaller. Because as they get older, more people are dying. So the people in your age bracket and older are dying. So the people on your level, they're no longer, it's not as many as it was when you was in your 20s. In your 20s, you can go up to your 40s and 50s and date. Once you get to your 50s, you're trying to date 60, 40 to 60, because once you get over 70, they about to die. So
but even if they don't die, remember the market is still replacing other people, because now it's every year another group becoming eligible.
It's
now they're 23-year-olds, 24. Now they're eligible. Now these 20-year-olds are 21. They're eligible. So you're getting more competition. Forget that. There's just more competition.
Yeah. So when they come out here saying, and it's bad that people tell them, if I say, damn, she fat, oh, you body shaming. But if she say, you short, oh, it's normal. She got a preference. No damn preference. It's body shaming. I just don't prefer a fat chick, and she don't prefer a short one. It's preference.
That's it.
It's not body shaming, but they don't know their value. So they like you say, they overvalue themselves. They're thinking that I need a man with a 6-pack, 6 feet, 6 figures, and you sitting around here looking like a sweet potato, driving a Nissan Altima, making $16 an hour, but you swear you need this 666. It don't work like that.
or you think you're worthy of that, and that's the issue. You're not. I'm on the dating basketball player. How you gonna get a date? How you gonna? I'm on to 8:00.
Hey, so I'm related to stock, since we talk about value, right?
Okay.
So their stock value goes up when there's a good product. All right. When the company has low overhead and less expenses. So if you put that into people language, when's your value go up? Your value goes up between 18 and 30. That's when everybody's value is going up the most, right? Low overhead. Man, people get in these spaces where they want everything, right? I need that Cadillac. I need that purse. I need this. I need that. If you're doing that, you need to be single. You got to be on your own, because a lot of us brothers, even if we got it, we ain't trying to roll like that. And less expenses. I need to go on cruises. I need to do this. I need that house. I need that. So one of the smartest things I heard was and this goes for men too, but a person needs to find a level at which that they can live, and that's what they need to look for in a mate. The same level. Now, if you living in the projects, you need to meet a project dude. Don't be trying to, you could find somebody outside that space, but don't act indignant like somebody owe you that. You know what I mean? So So just keep it in perspective. That's all.
And using that analogy, and I'm gonna stick to what he said, because one of the things I'm learning is that a lot of people do need to date at their financial level. Because what happens is sometimes you step up too far, and then you feel like everybody acting funny around you. No, that's just the way they act. You're not used to it, so you want them. You're the super minority to be accommodating to you. That's not what they do. But if you stay in your lane, you can be
Happy.
dope dealers. You know why dope dealers stay in the hood? Because in the hood they're kings. If they try to go somewhere else, they ain't making enough money in these other places where true kings at. So dope dealers refuse to move up because where they are, they're seen they're seen as apex. So sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you got to stay in your lane where you at. You don't want to make that move from Bankhead to Buckhead. Everything is a little bit different up there. It's way different. It's way different. You got to talk different. You got to act different. You got to dress different. See, in Bankhead, we can wear champion. We can wear them pro wings. You can't do that up in Buckhead. You can't, because now you stand out and everybody looking at you funny, like, why are they looking at me like that? Because they know you don't belong. And when we keep saying we're worth something, but you don't really have anything to substantiate that, slowly change your circle and see how the other side live. Because sometimes you don't even want to be associated with them because some of them are a little too stuffy, too snooty. And if we're keeping it real, you can't be you. You got to be somebody else because you don't mess with what they're doing. And this is one of those things that I think a lot of times we fail to accept. Men and women both. Because I heard women say, oh, I ain't intimidated by no woman. I can go anywhere. No, you can't, bro. No, you can't. No, you can't. Where you going to take Oprah? Where you going to take her? You going to take her to the Waffle House? You going to take her to Silver Fox? Where you going to take her? Man, she going to... It sounds cute. It sounds cute. But if we're being honest, every now and then somebody is out of our league. It's okay to admit that and keep moving. It's okay. No.
Yeah. Hey, so I got a good example of that this was just me being I'll say young and naive, but so I met this girl. This was when I was in high school. And this taught me the same lesson where I was totally classed out, but I didn't even know it. But yeah, she was like a real upper class type of girl. And so on the first time I met her, I said, why don't you come by my house and we hang out for a little while. And I was from the hood, man, during this time. So I got no excuses except to say I wasn't cultured. And so she came by the house. We sat in the living room. The lights were out. The TV was on. It was dark. And we just sat there. We didn't even talk. And I took her home after that, right? Man, the next day she wouldn't even talk. She was talking to me. She said, that's not for me, this and that. And I couldn't figure out what I did wrong. And then as I got older and I learned things, because nobody taught me this stuff, I had to figure out women and girls on trial and error, which is not the way to go, gentlemen. If y'all listening, don't do that. Talk to some experienced folks and learn what you should do, how to do it, and then apply it for you. But in any case, yeah, man, I botched that. I messed that all up. But I figured out that is not how you're supposed to have a date, man. You don't bring some woman into a dark room and don't talk and watch TV. It was ridiculous. But in any case, yeah, I learned the difference between you gotta date at your class level. You really do.
What if you aspire to have more while living in the projects? Should you not try to position yourself around better valued people? Greatness. Absolutely. But you can't overvalue yourself while you're trying to get to where they are.
Yeah, they gotta accept you.
You gotta start we are from the hood. We're all, well, I don't know where I'm from, but me and Mark, we're from the hood.
Hood, baby. Deep hood.
So we do well in the hood, but as much as hood as I was, as cultured as I became, there's still some places in Alfredo where I was totally uncomfortable. I got the suit on, I looked the part, I'm speaking the Queen's English. I ain't like them. I'm not like them. I seen some really beautiful women. When they start talking to me, I realize I'm not like them. This is not my level. I look the part, I smell the part. I can handle myself anywhere. Y'all carry a conversation anywhere. Can I live amongst them day in and day out? No. You know, they drink funny, they talk funny, they smoke funny. This ain't it. So I gotta accept the fact that I ain't saying they better than me, but they're different from me. I'm not at their level. They leveled up. I can call them whatever I want to. Oh, they snooty. That mean they leveling up. I ain't there. And I can't sit there and say, oh, I deserve one of them. I deserve MC Light. I ain't at her level. And I don't know, she might be a little hood. But one of the things we got to do, and I always keep saying it, yeah, sometimes you got to leave your circle to see if it fits you or not. But why do some people come back to the hood after they leave? They realize it wasn't for them. They went in thinking that they was going to be a lion or lioness, and they end up being prey because these people live a whole lot differently. And we're placing this unrealistic value on ourselves without we got no practice, no nothing. All of us went to high school. All of us knew somebody in high school who was one hell of a basketball player, don't we? Mm-hmm. Who in our mind, they should have made it to the pros. They never made it to D1. But in our high school where there was limited competition, they was at the top of the chart.
Yeah.
But when they ran into once they went to, and they didn't get a D1 scholarship, they went to D2 or D3, they still weren't standouts. They were standouts in limited competition. As the competition got bigger and better, they became smaller and smaller. And this is one of those things that just happens in life. You can't keep ascending. Oh, I can do, and it's cute to keep telling yourself that, oh, you can be whatever you think you can. No, you can be whatever you work to be. And I keep telling you, when we look at Michael Jordan is the best example. Michael Jordan, the greatest player of all time, got cut from his high school basketball team. He had to work harder. Everybody ain't built for that hard work. We just want stuff given to us because we say. Tell your kids they can do whatever they want to. No, they can't. If your kid think he want to be a tree, I'm telling you, your kid can't be a fucking tree. He can't. I don't care how much he want to be one. But we got to stop promoting foolishness in order to build fake confidence. Because then when that confidence fails them, look at the world we're in now. We can't say nothing to hurt nobody's feelings. We can't keep it real with them because we got to keep promoting positivity. Well, sometimes you got to let that go. And, you know, sometimes you can't be as great as you want to be because you're not putting in the work. You don't have the knowledge or the base because you ain't learned nothing. So you can keep trying to talk yourself up, but you're not there. You're not. And we got to accept that. Just, hey, I get in where I fit in. All right, we're gonna welcome Robert Stafford to the show. I thought he was gonna bring somebody else to have another viewpoint. He got them trophies in the background. I hope he ain't got no pigeon trophies in the background. What's up, Rob?
Brothers, what's going on, man?
What's up?
I'm good.
Hey, hold on. First of all, say thank you, Rob. Rob, say thank you.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if that thing kind of like skipping. Thank you for what?
Say what?
What you want me to say thank you for? Thank you for bringing me up.
Because I ain't slashed your tires like I was supposed to 2 weeks ago. Don't act like you forgot.
Oh, appreciate it, man. You would have got the wrong ties, man.
No, sir. No, sir.
You just slapped the wrong person ties.
Hey, I was gonna bust the window out while you was in there. What you got, bro? What you got?
What's going on, Mark and Mo? What's going on,
what
man?
Up?
How y'all
what
doing,
up, Rob?
You know what I'm saying? I removed the writing from Mo's face, man.
Yeah, what you
What you got to say?
Mo need to move
Who
his
your
chair.
tech guy is, man? Who your tech guy is?
There you go, Mo.
What you got, Robert?
Yeah, man. Jen, I had Jen listen to it, man. She was giggling listening to y'all, man. Especially when Mo mentioned the part about he ain't got no friends and she don't want to go to the ball game or fishing with him and all that. She said that just tickled her right there. So my question is to Mo, like, so do you do things with her that she like to do?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a. So look, this is why I look at it, Robert. I said this on your show too. I think I look at it like two circles that intersect, right? And so we got three spaces. We got my space, her space, and then we got where we intersect. And when we intersect, that's our space. And so we both like to go out to dinner. We do that together. We both like to watch movies. We do that together. If she going shopping to the mall, that's her space. I ain't in there.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. If I'm going to a game, she might not go. She ain't doing it. You know what I mean? So we got our relationship defined that way, where we do stuff together and we do our own individual stuff. And, I had to get to a point where I learned that, and I had to accept the fact that your lady not going to want to do everything you want to do. I begged one girl I was with, I was like, just come to the game with me. Hang out the game. I don't like to go to the game. And so, I really didn't like her because she wouldn't come to the game with me. I just wanted her to experience that with me. And then later on, when I grew up, I learned that, everything not for everybody. And I had to accept it.
Yeah, I agree, man. But like I just told Jen, I think sometimes you just go places with me because I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's gratifying too. You know what I'm saying? She just want to go in. She just want to be in the same space I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So I invite her somewhere. Sometimes I'll be hoping to say no. She say no. Damn, say no. You know what I'm saying? I even say, you ain't really got to go, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be a couple of people there. You know what I'm saying? Let me take me a shower and get ready.
You missed the first part of the show, Robert, but that's a green flag because if you're going to be in a relationship, part of a relationship is doing something that you wouldn't normally do just for your partner because we all do it. I tell people, who you are individually, you can say what you ain't do. But when you're in a relationship, you can't keep saying, I'm going to stay me, I ain't going to change. You got to change because you can't have the same priorities no more. Now your priorities got to be for the two of y'all. You can't when it's just you can go wherever you want to. You can stay out late as you want to. Once you get in a relationship, you can't be doing the same thing. Oh, ain't nobody gonna give me no curfew. Well, people in a relationship respect the relationship and they come home at a reasonable time. So, and Rob giving a good example. He knows sometimes Jen don't want to be there, but she there strictly because her man is there. She there to offer moral support. She there to give him just a little bit more confidence. And he accept when she can't come sometimes because sometimes she bored. Robert is the show. He doing this, he doing that. He don't have a lot of time for a lot of time, do you? Because you too busy. You too busy doing other stuff. So she's just sitting there. But she's there, and it makes him feel better. It makes him feel good, just for the ride back and forth. But he also understands that a lot of times she just left by herself because he got to do what he doing and left this event that he ain't singing at. If he's just there as a visitor, then it's probably better. But when he doing his concerts, she may love his dirty draw, but I guarantee she don't want to go to all of them because she knows she gonna get ignored for most of the night.
She want to go to the RL experience now.
I'm just saying,
if your woman goes, she gonna want to go again.
She know that she gonna get ignored all night long.
You know what I'm saying? And I invite y'all out. No, I'm just joking, but I invite y'all out, man, to the concert, man. You know what I'm saying? I really put on a nice show, man. You know what I'm saying? If I do say so myself. I had every show I did is sold out, man. So I really put on a nice show, man. And this year I'm gonna do a lot of my own material. And I got some songs that I wrote from my heart, man, some real life situations. So, because music is about to change, man. AI is about to take over music. But you ain't going to have no real people in it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a shameless plug right there, man. Thank you for letting me.
Is it still at Black Wall Street? What you call it?
Yeah, the Pink Lion in Black Wall Street.
What day? Put it on the page and tag me, right?
The 27th.
The 27th?
27th, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bring a date with you, man, because I do a little Luther, I do some Teddy. I mean, I'm gonna do some Frankie Beverly. So yeah, so go to my page, man. Y'all see what I do, man.
I'm gonna go to your page.
Hey, just tag me on it.
Can I respond to Tia DVP right quick?
Absolutely.
All right, Tia. I understand that. I understand that people in the PJs, they want to get out. That's cool. You definitely want to change your circle to get out. But don't look down on the people that's right there next to you as if you're better than them. And I think that's part of the thing when they overvalue themselves. They in the PJs, and it's a good guy in the PJs with them, just trying to come out and get out just like them. But they turn their nose up at them like, he where I'm at. When they can get with somebody like that and come up together and get out the PJs. But don't just go around looking like, But I'm definitely gonna find somebody way better to take me out of this situation. Because out of the 4 guys on here, There's all been in the projects. When we got out the projects, we didn't go back to get a broad out the projects. I know I didn't.
I married one.
but did y'all come
not the one I'm with now? Not the one I'm with now. I'm just saying, you know.
Did y'all come out the projects together?
Oh, we stayed in the same hood. You know what I'm saying? And most
you
of that,
didn't go back and get her. Y'all came up together.
Yeah.
We talking about going like right now, going back to find somebody in the projects or a project mentality and be like, yeah, come on, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you out.
I like to meet people where they at, man. You know, I'm not a seriously though. I think when you come into a relationship, here's the thing: can you hold your own, and can I hold my own? And then we can make one, and we can be together as one, and we can better ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I think once you start trying to choose people by where they come from and how much they make, that ain't gonna work anyway. In my opinion, I think you already and once you lose that, once he loses income or she loses her job, what you got? You know what I'm saying? If you met them because of their status, what happens when they lose it? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing.
And that's women overvaluing themselves.
So let me say this.
Above value.
Let me say this. If the lady I'm with today would not mess with the guy I was coming from the hood, she'd be stupid to do that. Because
he's still inside you now. That dude's still in you. Who he used to be 20 years ago, it's still in there. It's festering in us somewhere. We just got it at bay. We just got control of it now. You still that dude. You just got better control of it.
I will say I agree with you. However, here's the thing: I got more tools. I got more experience.
Exactly.
I got more knowledge.
No, you know what else? You know what else? Mo, you was taking more losses. You know better now.
Yeah.
You had your lumps and your bruises.
Right.
You're taking your lumps and your bruising. You know what's good for you now. You ain't leaving nothing good now. You know how many good women we don't left in our lifetime?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now we know better.
Let me say this. Let me say this too. So when I was in college, right, they wanted me to take these dumb courses like music. In my experience, just because I'm not going into music. So for me, it was a dumb course. They wanted me to take music, English, all this other stuff, right? And so later in life, I was like, hey, man, why do I have to take all that? They say, well, we want you to have a full scope of the college experience and your breadth and depth. We need you to be well-rounded. And so that's the same thing I'll say about me as a person today. I'm much more well-rounded than when I was before. So if one of those girls came to me now who's not well-rounded, I ain't dealing with her. Not happening. And vice versa.
It makes sense.
I shut it down.
I was reading that comment from the
but remember now, who we were, even though a bit of that may still be in us, we progress and we grow. I mean, who we were in the second grade ain't who we are now. So who I was in the projects is not who I am now, because I'm not in survival mode all the time. So yeah, can I go back to that? Yeah, if I hit survival mode, but that's not where I am. So that is not who I am. We all are who our circumstances made us. Everything we went through made us who we are. Some of us rose up to the occasion, some of us didn't. But just because it ain't where you from, it's where you at. Because we got control over all that. You know, the little rambunctious kids where we couldn't control ourselves. We're not that no more because we elevated. Well, most of us, some of us still do that. So yeah, just because you came from something, and like what most said, for his wife to go back to who he was, but understand, she's in a different place now, because chances are, if she was who she was 20 years ago, this Mo wouldn't deal with her, because we've grown and elevated. So yeah, we're picking different. Fellas, when we was in our 20s, did we care if she had a library card? Did we care if she spoke good English? We cared about a couple of things, and that was it. We didn't care if she was on the dean's list or getting out of juvenile detention, as long as she fit a certain description. As we got older, all those little things that were never important became a little bit more important, because we elevated, we changed who we are. That's why when we go back to the hood and we see our partners still chasing 15 and 16-year-old girls, we frown on them, because they never grew up, because they didn't accept the challenge to elevate. They wanted to stay where they were, and they never risk it. They never risked it. All of us have risked something to get out. We risked failure, and we probably failed once or twice, but we didn't let that define us. Back then, we would have let failure define us because we thought that's all we could be until we changed our circumstances and saw better. One of the greatest things about Atlanta, you can see Black people doing great shit everywhere. You don't see that in a lot of places. So a lot of Blacks in other places don't have what we have, where you can just be downtown and walk into a superstar and ain't nobody chasing them, ain't nobody taking, because it's normal. But you go to somebody, I mean, and more in Arizona, I ain't never been to Arizona, but can Kyler Murray just walk around Arizona and everybody act like it ain't nothing? I mean, he'll screw up now, so he might be able to. But when he first came, he probably couldn't do that.
No.
Because that ain't the norm up there. So when Black people seeing, it's like, ooh, but down here, Kyler Murray would have been, Michael Vick could walk around here and people wasn't just going to be jumping because this Atlanta. So your circumstances dictate how you start doing life.
That is true. And to respond to you, Tia, what I'm saying is meeting somebody in the projects that's on your level. Y'all are right there together with plans and ambitions to come out of the projects together. Yeah. What I'm saying is you can't be on a certain level and looking down on the person that's right there on your level that could be the one to make you happy and y'all elevate together versus I'm going to look down on this one because I'm waiting on somebody above my level to come down and rescue me. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was I was struggling through school, man. I had student loans, man. I was struggling through school. I had like a couple of jobs and everything, you know. And so when I met somebody, I wanted somebody. So I'm on my way, right? That's how I looked at it. Look, I'm doing something. I'm actively pursuing a degree so I can get myself out of the situation I'm in. I need to look for a woman doing the same thing or somebody that's already there, not too far ahead, because then in my case, I'll be outclassed, right? I need somebody that's actively working towards it or just got it. Because then for me, I'm like, hey, I'm just about there. And then, you know, just to make sure we're aligned, you know, in purpose and where we headed. And so that's how I did it.
And a lot of times, you know, this is one of the things that we fail to accept sometimes, is that once you start growing, sometimes you can get with a partner who is either not growing as fast as you or just don't want to. And, you know, we try to hold on to stuff, but, you know, we coming up together, they hit a plateau and they like it, but we still want more and more and more. Now, what do you do with this person? And a lot of times people won't accept that, you know, you can still love them, but if y'all ain't growing together, then are they bringing you down because they keep you down? Because I'm content where I am. And you got to find somebody, as we talked about earlier, with this masculine feminine thing. You got to find somebody who's content with just getting out the hood. They ain't trying to get no more. I mean, even though the economy is what it is, it's like, you know, you ask, hey, you got a passport. I look at people different who don't have a passport because you ain't even trying to go nowhere. That's what you're telling me. You're not even trying. Because if you get a passport, you're going to want to travel. You can't want to travel and then get a passport because you got to give yourself some motivation. You know, one of the best things I ever heard was a guy talking about going on diets. If you want to get a successful diet, buy some clothes for the size you want to be. That's your motivation. Because now you don't bought the clothes. You don't bought the clothes now. So what you gonna do? You're gonna work a little bit harder because now you got the outfits. But if you say you're gonna lose weight to get to this, every time you hit a stumble, you're gonna be like, I'll just do this. But when you're already invested in the future, you're more invested in your own success now. And sometimes we have to have that mindset. How do I get here? What do I do? You got to do a little something to motivate yourself. You know, when I do this, I'm gonna take this trip. You know, when I do this, but you got to have some motivation somewhere, because sometimes just trying to do it, because we're gonna all have setbacks. What's your real motivation? What's your real motivation? You know,
I'm gonna try that, man. I'm gonna go buy me some skinny jeans then.
You know what?
I'm on the show.
Hey, Jen ain't even going for that. So he talking. Jen ain't going.
Don't wear them on the show.
Don't wear them on the show.
Don't wear them to the Bankhead reunion.
Matter of fact, wear it to your show. I'm gonna be at the show. Where to your show?
Nah.
Nah, come on. I want to see your little. I'll be like, ooh, he got a donk.
You know,
look at it. He snatched.
In 2026, I'm gonna know some upstanding fellas. That's my goal. That's my resolution. In 2026, I'm gonna know some upstanding fellas. Robert, tell us about your show right quick, brother. You can't come on. You can't come on here and challenge Mark. Mark be on one every show.
What show you said about the show yesterday? Okay, yeah.
No, about your show, period, and about the show you got coming up at what's it called? Tell us about both your shows.
On the show on the 27th, man. Oh yeah, it's the RL experience, man. I'm be looking nice, man. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta see it, man.
With your skinny jeans on.
He gonna probably
have the skinny jeans on. I don't know how much. Jen asked me what I'm gonna wear, so I don't know what I'm gonna wear yet.
You should wear sequins.
Nah, ain't gonna be none of that. But it gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to come out casual or sharp. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna since this gonna be my first show where I'm gonna do a lot of my stuff. So I'm really going as me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna introduce a lot of my music, man. It's gonna be an experience. My show gonna be an experience, man. You know what I'm saying? It gonna be funny. It gonna be emotional. You gonna be dancing. Y'all might cry one time with some songs that I got, man, with some true stories that I did in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an emotional roller coaster, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Robert, you know what I want, right?
Who you talking to me?
Yeah, you Robert. Hell.
What you want?
We need 30 seconds of acapella, bro, since you're gonna give us the RL experience.
I got music out, man. You go listen to, man.
No, but I can't play it right now while I got people listening. So
go ahead and sing right now.
You can play it.
I don't have nothing.
He about to do it.
Look at Mo trying to. He about to do it.
Hey, will you play your voice? I knew it.
I'm gonna save it to y'all. I'm gonna save it for y'all, man. The 27th, man. But listen, go to rlstaffordmusic.com. I got a lot of videos. I got a lot of my videos that I made. I made some videos myself, man, and you know, and I got some of my show videos on there from my past shows. You know, some of the stuff I did. And I got my music on there. But you don't have to pay for my music, man. You can stream it anywhere you listen to music, man. rlstaffordmusic.com. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube. You can listen to me anywhere, man. And it's actually my second album. My first album was more like a spiritual album, where I sang about my spiritual, my connection with God. You know what I'm saying? My relationship with God. And I talked about that from a regular dude point of view. You know what I'm saying? You know how music get, man, everybody want to be like fancy and all that. No, just sing the song. You know what I'm saying? Just say how you feel. That's how I think music is, man. Just say what you feel, man. You know, be vulnerable. I'm vulnerable in my music, but you know.
So tell them about your talk show then.
Talk show yesterday, man. You missed it, man. I'm kind of like scaled it down to more like just me and Jen, you know, just having like an everyday conversation, like stuff we talk about anyway. Then we come onto the show and we talk about it. That's pretty much all we do, man. Like we just had a conversation. And matter of fact, we was talking about what you were talking, what y'all talking about today. we were talking about it while y'all. Then I pulled it up and I saw y'all talking about it. And we started listening to y'all for a second. I'm not gonna listen. Let me go join these clowns, man. But on Tuesday night, man, at 7 o'clock, man, Overflow the Everyday People Show, man. We welcome anybody, man. What I do, I just put the link out there. Anybody who want to come on, I don't know who you are, you just pop up and you can discuss the topics with us, man. Yesterday we talked about what we talked about, communication. Why do people always say, what is communication? We hear that thing, communication. I like communication, the most important thing in a relationship, but what does that entail? You know what I'm saying? What does communication entail? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? So we chopped that up. So that was the main topic yesterday.
And
I found out and communication is different for men and women.
But we're gonna steal that for 5 minutes because we did a show about communication. And let me just say this about communication. This is where people mess up. Do y'all realize that a lie is communication? When you start talking about communication, if you don't put honest in front of it, because people lie, and that is a form of communication. You have to have honest, uncomfortable conversation, communication for to be successful in a relationship. And I think a lot of people overlook that because I talk to people, it's like, man, I told her what she wanted to hear. Right. So you were communicating the whole time you were lying. You were communicating. So sometimes it sucks, but sometimes we got to be real specific what we ask for, because sometimes you get exactly what you asked for. I just need you to talk.
But no, DVP, I think communication is. See, you told him he was lying, but now that's the way he communicates.
No. See, I'm saying he was lying, but I'm saying he was lying, but lying is a form of communication. So you want more than just communication. You want specific type of communication, because a lie is communication. You hear what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna tell you I'm faithful. I'm gonna tell you I'm a good dude. I'm gonna tell you all this. I'm communicating my ass off. I'm gonna say everything you want me to hear. It's a lie, but I'm communicating. So when people say communicate, they got to be specific about the communication, because people who are living deceitful they're constantly communicating. Your president is constantly communicating, constantly, but he's saying a lot of BS. So when we say we want communication, we got to start saying we want honest and open communication. We need that. That's the progression. Because other than that, talk is cheap, but you saying stuff, you just don't mean it. That's right, Warren. Walker, talk is cheap. Actions speak louder. Actions speak for themselves. Yeah, that's a good one, and we need to get more into that. No, the bulk of this show has always been about having uncomfortable conversations that we don't really want to talk about. That we need to. We need to talk about insurance. We need to talk money. We need to talk life and death. We need to talk about a lot of different things that let's just act like it won't exist. And you know, that communication is a huge thing, but honest and open communication is way more important than just communicating. Because we can talk all day long and not say shit. Talking loud and saying that.
We was kind of talking along like the sound like, how do you communicate with person, like what's on this person's mind? Like she has an issue. How do I know she has an issue? Like how do I find out what is the issue with my woman or her with my man? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is the best time to communicate that with her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your woman come home, she just throw her purse down and she start cooking. Like I told Jen, now I know something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you just went right in there and started cooking. So how do we communicate that you have an issue? You know what I'm saying? And when I know you have an issue, how do we communicate that? You know what I'm saying? When is the proper time to approach you? Like, what's wrong, baby? You know what I'm saying? And women think we just supposed to, and women think men automatically supposed to know what's wrong, and we don't know what's wrong. We're Neanderthal. We need tell me what's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
So Robert, I'll say this. I think throwing that purse down is a form of communication. That's telling you something, right? That's
exactly. Right. So here's the thing. So now with me, what is that something?
Yeah, you don't know yet. You don't know yet. But I'm just saying, it's telling you something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We know that. So that's a piece of the communication. You don't got everything, but you know, I just seen that girl, that lady throw her purse down. That just told me something. That, you know, for us, we know that that's a sign of being unhappy about something. We don't know what it is yet. We got to figure. That's for us to put that piece of the puzzle together and figure it out. But that is a form of communication. That's all.
Let me add this. What it is, and I'm with you on that. But it's a plea for help. Recognize that something is wrong with me and come comfort me and figure it out. Because that's great communication.
But what the first thing? What the first thing we do as men? We trying to figure out what the fuck we did. Yeah. We ain't trying to figure out what's wrong with you. We're trying to figure out what.
No, that's true.
Okay, what I did? I took the trash out. You know what I'm saying? I paid the car note. Damn, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? So,
that ain't what I do.
Robert, this is what I did.
She just came home. I know it ain't me.
This is what I did to get around that. This is what I did. If I don't hear her say I'm the problem, then I'm not the problem. You got to tell me, man. I'm not assuming. I stop with and I'm not gonna peanut butter spread this to all women, but I can say this for my woman and the other ones I've been with. If you start making your own thoughts and ideas up, then that's what it's gonna be. I'm like, you gotta tell me what it is. That way I make the right decision because I've done the assumption. I do the assumption, make the wrong decision, and guess what? The damn problem gets 5 times worse. So I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it.
Well, what did we come up with? Do you remember the show we came up with? Learn to ask the question. Baby, do you want me to listen as your friend or do you want me to fix the problem as your man? So because sometimes they just need to vent. They don't need shit fixed because what we like to do is try to fix shit. Some shit ain't fixable. You fix it by simply listening. We don't know how to be good friends. We know how to, we think we know how to solve problems, but some problems can be solved by just letting it get off our chest. How many times have we felt better when we got something off our chest? We don't need nobody to solve shit. We just need to vent. And as men, one of the things we talked about, and we don't talk about this a couple of shows, is we got to learn to be friends and listen and let them just get it off their chest without trying to answer questions, without trying to solve the problem. Just let them get it off their chest. But ask her when she feels, hey babe, who you need to talk to? You need to talk to your man, or do you need to talk to your friend? And then once she tell you that, you can just relax. Because I'm like, Mo, I ain't never thinking it's me. I ain't never. And unless she come in and look at me and say MF, then okay, now it might be me. It might be. If she don't do that, it ain't me. Baby, who don't upset my baby? Who don't upset? Let's talk. Who don't upset my baby? Do I need to flatten some time? We're gonna try to get a little jovialness in there to get her just to bring her tension level down a little bit. Baby, I need to flatten some time. You know what I'm saying? Do we need to put some dead fish to somebody? Call, let me know what we're gonna do. And if she start coming down, then we can open the door to conversation. But again, the most important thing is, how am I listening to what she got to vent about? Am I listening to hear, or am I listening to solve a problem? And we don't do a good job of listening to hear because we're always trying to fix it. And that's one of the things, like I said, I know so me and Mo did, we don't do 2 or 3, but learning to listen as a friend is a big thing that men have to learn to do. And that's a big evolution for us because we're not as emotionally intelligent as we think we are.
Well, and then also though, DVP, we don't operate in that mode. If we got a problem, we fixing it for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Not sitting there wallowing and trying to. And there's some cases where you need to do that, where you need that, but in most cases, it's like if I got a problem, I'm trying to fix it the best way I can. If I can't fix it, then I need to fall on option number 2.
Now, Robert, she mad at you because you were talking about them skinny jeans. So we know what the issue is why she threw the purse down.
Yeah.
They them damn skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Why you buy them jeans?
You wear skinny jeans and 3/4 zips.
I look good in skinny jeans, man.
You.
See? He finna start trying to shop at Baby Gap.
No start, bro.
So, as my alarm is going off, it's 7:58. Robert, give us some parting words and tell us how to watch your show, brother.
You know how to watch the show, man. Every Tuesday, man, 7 o'clock, man. Overflow the Everyday People Show. Now we stream on Instagram too. So yeah, just follow me on Facebook, and you can watch the show every Tuesday. December 27th, man. The RL Experience, man, gonna be live at the Pink Lion over in New Black Wall Street, Stonecrest. Oh, y'all come out and check me out, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to my page, rlstaffandmusic.com, and check out what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you coming out there in the blind saying, I thought he could sing. He ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ready to come out, man? You know, check me out, man. It's going down, man. The ticket's going fast, too. I checked the thing, man. Still some ticket left, but they going fast. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't much known, but I'm going to give you a good show. You know what I'm saying? You get your money back. You know, now, don't hold me to that, though. I think I might have said that. Because you know, Negro, they'll stay the whole show and then get home. I didn't like to drink.
We got you on tape now, brother. We got you on tape saying money back guarantee. We got you.
Oh, but
all right, Mark, what you got? Hold on. I'm gonna say this right quick. Hey, he not just my partner, because y'all know I ain't gonna vouch for anybody. The brother can sing, but I will tell you this now: if you like old school music, you will enjoy the brother. You know, and if you want some mumble rap, you might not enjoy him. But if you like old school stuff,
I'm not even a rapper.
I'm just saying, even some of these singers, I don't know what the hell they sing about.
So I ain't gonna do no
there's
Glorilla.
no passion, there's no message, there's no nothing.
Oh no,
It's
you
just
ain't get no Glorilla, man.
Cardi B.
yeah,
No
so
Cardi B
You
either.
ain't getting none of that, man. You don't get none of that.
if
You know
you
what I'm
like an
saying?
old school but dope vibe, then go check him out. I will co-sign that. All right, what you got for me, Mark?
Hey, look, man. One thing about it, relationships is all about communication. Date on your level and try to find somebody that'll enhance your happiness. That's it.
Open and honest communication. I'm gonna correct that. What you got for me, Mo?
Oh, okay. I just say, yeah. If we talk a little bit. I hear about stock market training, and I also got a teen reading and writing award program, and also an adult reading and discussion program. So get in touch with me. There's a couple ways, but the main way would be just send me an email at motriplet@gmail.com, motriplet125@gmail.com, and you can get in touch with me that way. Or I just put it. You want me to just put the address in the comment?
Yeah.
DVP?
I already got your beat, bro.
What's that?
I already got you. I already put it down.
Oh, that's wrong, but it's okay. But it's
You
all
said
right.
Mo Triplet 125?
That's sure what he said.
Is that what I said? See, that's why I want to type it in there, because I knew I was gonna forget a few letters. So I type it in, man. Don't worry about it. Look at
DVP, is he special needs?
Oh, that's fly, man. That's a fly. Wow.
Look at it.
Where did Mark go? All right. Y'all mic working?
Yeah, my mic work.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, my mic working.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Yeah.
it in there.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Gary Reed is here. Ron, welcome to my people and Poetically Speaking. She used to come on back in the day and give us some pieces of spoken word. Maybe we'll get her to come back on and give us a couple of pieces. She big time now. She doing a little book tour, so she ain't got time for the little people in the world no more. But what's going on with you, Poetically Speaking? Hey, Reed, hey man, me and Reed go back. Me and Reed go way back. Way back. I've been knowing that brother way too. Listen, I've been retired 20 years. So what we meet reading 80, 89, 80 something, 88, 89, got sued together in the 90s and shit. We've been through a lot. All right, but it's 8:03. So before I get in trouble, let me you write music now? Okay. All right, so I might need a theme song. We'll talk. This is Random Thoughts with DVP. Y'all know what it is. Inbox one of us if you want something. Go check out my man Saturday, December the 27th. I ain't gonna do the money back guarantee. If y'all don't like his show, then I'm gonna just tell y'all where he stay, and y'all can go to his house and help me flatten their tire.
But they gonna like the show. They gonna
check out his page, RS Stafford Music, and that's what we'll do. That is nothing, Mo. That is nothing like Mo Triplet.
I changed it.
He got me typing way too fast, like he know we over the time. This
copy that and paste it in there, man.
Man,
copy and paste it in there. It'd be good. So I just gave DVP, y'all. I just gave DVP the
free social programs.
Yeah, free social programs. One address. You can contact me for any of those topics, or just contact me to ask me what programs are available, and I'll get in touch with you.
All right, so until then, y'all know if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, inbox me. I ain't like Robert. I don't just let anybody come on. If you got something to say, let me know. I'll shoot you a link. But yeah, I ain't let. I did that before. Letting random strangers come on.
But see, anybody is everybody to me. See, I don't discriminate people, man.
Okay, and I do discriminate. See, open, honest communication. I discriminate. I
believe there's nobody on this earth that I can't learn from.
Okay.
Yeah,
I discriminate.
Hey! I just say this last thing for.
What's up, Kiki Westbrook? Yeah, you late. We finna get off. Hey, next week now, Kiki, we're gonna have you just going straight to the corner and doing push-ups. I don't even know you, but yeah, when you come late, Kiki, We do push-ups.
I just want to make this last comment because this is something that Robert just said. He said I can learn from anybody. And in my book, I got a line that tells me that supports that, and it says you can learn anything from a good perforated fiber. In my autobiography, it says you can learn from anybody because some people show you what you should do, and some people show you what you should not
do.
So you can learn from anybody. Good point.
So we talked DVD someday.
What y'all taught me? Did I discriminate?
You can let anybody on your show now.
No, I can't. I already said I discriminate. I discriminate. I ain't changing. I ain't flexible. We talked about that earlier before you came. I ain't that flexible. I'm set in my ways. I'm discriminating.
I know why you don't do it though. I think you don't.
I let you on because I thought Jim would be there. I don't want to see you no more. I don't want to see you no more. We came for the pretty person. You know what I'm saying? You're a Falcon fan, brother. I ain't got no respect for y'all. You like abusive relationships. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. So anyway, it's 8:03.
Man. I'm an ATL
I done drunk what I done
man.
drank. So y'all know what it is, right? Until next week, peace, popcorn, and chicken grease. And we out. We get with these misfits after the show.
I am fried.